Hey everyone, it's Caslo and welcome back to my channel. It's time for the final segment of my RPG Club playthrough of Star Ocean, the second story. But before we get started, what is the RPG Club? I've been an avid listener of the podcast The RPG Years, and its predecessor podcast The RPG Golden Years, and RPG The After Years. The podcast focuses on RPG reviews and news. They regularly do a community event known as the RPG Club. Imagine a book club, but for RPGs. They break up a community-chosen RPG into digestible chunks, usually about 5 hours, and discuss those segments every 2 weeks like a book club. If you want to check out the RPG Years, you can find a link in the description below. Arriving at the final tower, the team is greeted by the 10 Wise Men, where they reveal that they finished the creation of a powerful weapon, the Symbol of Annihilation. They then test the new weapon on Ronix's starship that is still circling the energy mass hiding energy need. After a very short trade of volleys, the starship is destroyed in raging Claude. Despite everything, the team is quickly dispatched by the Wise Men, and they have to retreat back to Centropolis. Nall theorizes that the group needs stronger weapons if they are to defeat the 10 Wise Men, and direct them to the town of Armlock, where they may find schematics for forbidden symbological weapons. In Armlock, the group uses a sealed teleporter to a destroyed symbological laboratory. Reviewing the video logs of the laboratory, the team discovers that the lab was set to self-destruct by a woman named Rima 700 million years ago. Turns out Rima is also Reyna's mother, placed Reyna in a capsule before the destruction. That capsule was flung forward in time and space, where it finally appeared on Expel. Reyna is shocked to learn this and leaves for the forest outside the laboratory. Claude follows her, where he comforts Reyna, discussing how his own mother was a scientist that loved her work so much she couldn't leave it. But that didn't mean she didn't also love him, and it was likely the same for Rima. The team is able to download the weapon schematics from what remains of the laboratory and return to Armlock to meet with Dr. Mirage, who is capable of constructing the weapons with the right materials. The group is then sent on a quick errand to the nearby Mine cave to acquire some Leah metal. After collecting the material, Dr. Mirage gives the group a set of tickets to Fun City, where the group can blow off some steam while she completes the weapons. In the amusement park-like atmosphere of Fun City, the group settles in at a VR simulator, where the group can train against simulations of the 10 Wise Men. After several days of training, Dr. Mirage arrives with their freshly minted weapons. However, the group is quickly surprised by 3 of the Wise Men, Safkiel, Jophiel, and Metatron. After taking them down, including a quick rescue mission in Armlock, the group decides it's once again time to assault Final Tower. In La Aqua, as the team is setting off, Nall grants Reyna the Symbol of Divinity to counter the Symbol of Annihilation. Arriving in Final, the team is greeted by Zadkiel, Kamail, and Raphael, who the team dispatches to enter the tower. Climbing the tower, the team then confronts and defeats Anil, Michael, and Lucifer, the latter of which had planned to turn on Gabriel. Reaching the apex of the tower, Gabriel reveals that it doesn't matter if the other Wise Men are dead, because he intends to use the Symbol of Annihilation to destroy the universe. Defeating Gabriel, the symbol begins to go off, when Nall and Dr. Mirage suddenly show up, instructing Reyna to use the Symbol of Divinity. The symbol will limit the effects of the Symbol of Annihilation to only destroy energy need, and will also pull Expel back from the past. Nall explains that Need has lived on long enough, and the game ends with the group flying through space as the world of Expel returns to life. We then check in on the characters after their adventure to Need, learning that Chisato and Opera are residing back on Opera's home planet. Ernest is still investigating ancient ruins. Welch is disappointed she never found a man. Pressus returns to tinkering in her garage. Celine returns to treasure hunting. And finally, Claude returned to the Federation with Reyna, and the two are expecting a child. And that's it for Star Ocean, the second story. So that's it. My worst fears were realized. We didn't actually get any development for the 10 Wise Men. Actually, in reviewing some sources, I discovered there's actually a side quest near the end, and in this side quest, you learn that everything you knew about the Wise Men were wrong. Need had actually been more tyrannical than first thought, and the Wise Men were developed to keep colonized planets in check, before their creator lost his daughter, tragically, and reprogrammed them to destroy the universe. I really feel that should have been in the main story. I also have a few nitpicks for this section. Why doesn't the game address how the destroyed symbological lab looked exactly like the place Claude was at the beginning of the game? Was it the same planet? We're just never going to know, they just looked identical. Also, Claude, despite being furious over his father's death less than an hour earlier, is just whatever when talking about it with Reyna later. It just felt out of place. Man, and the bosses at the end of the game were killer. I was able to beat the Mine Cave boss by spamming Sword of Life to deal damage and heal my melee characters through the counterattacks. But once I got to the final tower and took on the trio of wise men, I just gave up. I turned the difficulty down to easy. I just didn't feel like grinding to finish the game. And even with turning it down to easy, the bosses were still pretty rough. They can just output so much damage so quickly. But that's it. I'm glad I finally got to experience Star Ocean 2, but it's not the masterpiece I've heard everyone praise it for. Now that I've played every mainline Star Ocean game, I guess I need to do a ranking of it soon. So that's it for Star Ocean: The Second Story RPG Club. If you want to follow along with the next club, be sure to hit that subscribe button to see new videos when they're posted. Additionally, if you want to check me out elsewhere, I have links to my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord in the description below. See you all next time.